Hello, my name is Nathalie, and welcome to my channel, Faithful Living Home. I am a born-again Christian, and I decided to start this channel because I felt that it was important to have a place where I can offer resources, things that I found helpful to myself, and also that my husband has found really helpful as well in our walk with God and our growing our faith and just getting closer to Jesus and really embracing our daily life, serving God. And it's just been amazing, and I want to share that because I want you to experience that as well, just like we have, and be so blessed. And what kind of experience do I bring to the table? Well, I think that a lot of the entire world has been through quite a bit the past few years, notably the past 3, let's say. However, in terms of what people went through this, my husband and I actually went through a similar type of journey, but much earlier than you all have. And so that happened to us 8 years ago. We both became, we were both born with severe defects. In a sense, my husband was born with a heart defect, and it's plaguing him to this day severely. I have MS and have been dealing with MS my entire adult life, and I'm nearly 60 years old. Okay, so living a life with chronic illness, severe chronic illnesses from the start is a challenge, of course. And if you go back 60 years, 50 years, 40 years from ago, the knowledge, the medical knowledge wasn't what it is today. And there's so many different things, as we know. Look at the last 40 years, right? Just the change and the growth and information and knowledge. And so the more we share, the more we have, the more we can fix things, the more we can improve things. So there's a lot of information out there. And in social media, it's great to connect, but it's really hard to have a good conversation about important things like, let me think for a moment. Why are we here again? Yeah. So we were created for His purpose. To do what exactly? To do the grind that we do every single day since we were little? That's man's world. And that's not God's world. And that is not what Jesus Christ died on the cross for. He died to leave us His peace, to save us. He paid for our sins. So, by that sacrifice, by what He has given us for redemption, what are we doing with this in our daily life? So yeah, this is going to be this kind of channel. And I don't beat around the bush. I don't sugarcoat things. You know what? At my age, sorry, I deal in the truth. Okay, I done with the past. We're dealing in truth, and there's no time to waste. Have you seen the world, right? And there's going to be more issues coming up. It's just the way it is. We're living the Bible. We're living exactly. It's the fight between good and evil. It's this whole warfare of the spiritual world, right? And unfortunately, our day-to-day lives have been swimming in false information. I would say, don't add to the Bible, don't subtract from the Bible. The Word is the Word. But we get sidetracked. We get taught the things from little, thinking that these are the true things, and they're not. They're things of man, and they're misleading everyone, or so many, right? So how do you convey that in a comment on a post, a comment on a video somewhere, or a discussion group, or a thread on X? uh, it's not possible to have those deeper conversations, or to share the knowledge. So I want to have a space, right? It'll serve me, but it'll serve you as well. And I think it's very important. And that's why I want to put this out there. I've got nothing better to do. And really, I shouldn't have anything better to do. This is the most important stuff that we should be doing. So what I'm creating this channel for, first of all, we're disabled. So we know about loneliness, isolation, depression, pain. Pain. Difficulties, challenges, not being able to shower for a week? Oh no. A month? Oh no. This is how severe things can get, right? By no fault of your own. Good things happen, to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. There's all kinds of things that happen to all kinds of people. So we have to get away from that mindset that, if something, an illness or something is plaguing us, or happening, or losing jobs, or anything that is going on that is happening to us because we did something bad. First of all, don't go there, okay? And don't blame God. God is not the one to blame. If that's something that you've been taught, that's not the way to go. And it's okay. We all learn at some point. I was never raised in a way that blamed God for anything. So I always believed and thought, and accurately, that, God is for good, right? Now, doesn't mean that he won't let you go through some hard things. Oh boy. He sure will. But it's for your benefit and his. It's for your benefit because you're going to grow from it so much and get to a point where you understand why you actually went through all this. Because, to be honest with you, if I didn't go through everything, and I mean everything, that I went through in my entire life, I wouldn't be where I'm at today in my maturity and my faith in God. It's a growth process, and it's like a diamond, like the more pressure you're under and the more challenges you have, he's actually chiseling away to reveal the real core. He created you, every single cell in your body. He created you. He created me. It is for a very specific reason. We are here today because we have work to do in this very important time in the world that we live in. And so we can't be shy. We have to be strong and stand up straight and say, I am a daughter of God. I am a son of God. I am a child of God. And I am here to learn exactly what God wants, learn the Bible, and apply it. Because when you apply it to your life, it changes everything, absolutely everything. I am joyful, I am happy. Ask people on my street. I was cleaning last week and last couple of weeks, and I was screaming my joy for God. And I really meant it. But, we have to get to that point where the bad stuff, when you understand, and it's really truly in God's timing, and why, then you wait differently. You wait patiently. You wait with understanding. And so I'm here today to try to help bring information that has helped us grow and go through the challenges of the past 8 years, that like literally like we've been, you know, feeling like I went through the God's washing machine for the past 8 years. And so finally, I think we made it to the dryer cycle. And so thankfully, but seriously though, I don't want to make light of this, but I want to show you that I'm happy. And, you know, we want that happiness no matter what the world circumstances. We have no money. We don't. We're on disability. Very low fixed income. 57 cents in our savings account is where we're at. And that's okay. Doesn't matter. Because God's with us. I don't need any more. That's all I need. That's all my husband needs too. And it's awesome. It's liberating. It is freeing. And I want everyone to feel this free and this great going into what we're about to go into, because our energy then doesn't get sucked into the stuff that is unnecessary and that is unimportant. It is important for us as followers of Jesus Christ to really be mindful about how we spend our time, our energy. Who are we speaking with? Are we speaking with people that are not born again Christians yet, or just not? Great. But we really have to focus also on the people that already are, but that are hanging on to falsehoods and things that are not of God. They're not biblical. They're things of man. And you don't know any better until somebody points it out to you, because we're trained and we're schooled and we're passed down, you know, traditions and all kinds of stuff. But like Jim Staley says, is it truth? Tradition? You know, what's the deal here? Of course, you know, everybody knows about Halloween, right? I can talk about Halloween. Don't celebrate that, but also don't celebrate it by wearing non-evil costumes, or carving pumpkins with kitty cats on it instead of a ghost, or, you know, all of that is evil. Do not participate in it. Nothing. Done. So that's one. Well, a whole list of them. Yoga. Have you thought about yoga? Yep, hate to tell you, I used to do yoga. I wanted to become a PIO instructor, like a certified PIO. It's a Pilates yoga instructor from Beachbody. I used to be a Diamond Beachbody coach, and that's what I wanted to do. I love fitness. I love working out. Obviously, you know, at this point right now with MS and everything else, being bedridden for the past 8 years, it's just, you know, but that's what I wanted to do. But actually, that would have been wrong to do, because it opens the doorways. Now, okay, that's another one. Find yoga. Some people will go, yeah, I know that already, or I wasn't sure, I didn't know. Look into it. Don't take my word for it. Look into it. I will put resources, by the way. And that's the part of this channel. I'm trying to explain a few things here. This is not scripted, as you can tell. I don't do scripts. I do some odd notes to make sure I don't forget anything, but that's it. I pray before I record, and I pray the day before. I pray the day of. I look over what I'm going to be looking at in terms of talking to people about. And so I digress, but I just want to make sure, because this is my first video. You don't know me. You know, if you're coming in from just a search YouTube or something, if you're friends, family, obviously you know me. You may not know. know exactly everything that I want to word, because we often just do it online in short comments or whatnot. But so, there's going to be a mixture. So I have to establish a little bit of who I am, and then we can go from there. But so, so we're talking Halloween, we're talking yoga. No bueno. How many Christians do you know that do those and still do those? Even handing out candy on Halloween, even though if you're not participating in Halloween, you're still participating in Halloween and feeding the kids the want to go and do trick-or-treating, right? So you can't do that. You can't do that. Please don't do that anymore. Now, more important things. Oh, okay, well, another one that we may or may not know about, Valentine's Day. And yes, I skipped something. Don't you worry, I'll be talking about it. But right now, I want to get to the more minor stuff in comparison to the biggie that's going to come. Valentine's Day. Sorry, this is not biblical. It's bad. It's nothing to do with what we should be celebrating. So no, don't participate in that. So the good news about not participating in Halloween and Valentine's Day, and all these things, you save a lot of money. Hey, that's a good bonus, especially with things the way they are right now. But on a serious note, again, that's another one that should not be celebrated. It's not biblical, and it's actually inviting bad entities in your relationship, your home, your families. Not good. Get rid of that. You love people every day. You don't need Valentine's Day, right? To prove it to somebody. You just don't, right? Now, Easter. And that's not the biggie. Oh boy, we're going to have fun with this one. I can already hear. So Easter. Yeah. Ishtar, anybody? Yeah, if you don't know who that is, well, I'm going to link below a video that I've been sharing for years now already by Jim Staley, Truth or Tradition. And he talks about Easter and all of that. And that is not biblical. And as a Christian, oh my goodness, do we get roped into that one really good. Well, and of course, we have the biggie, Christmas. Yeah, it's not what it means to you. Been there, done that. Sold the t-shirts. No, doesn't work. Not biblical. End of story. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. Jesus wasn't born on December 25th. He was born during the week of Sukkot. He was born during the Feast of Tabernacles. And that happens at the end of September, early week of October in our calendar, in our current calendar. Which makes sense, because in that time of year, you will have shepherds, you will have sheep and out still, because it's the end of the season before we get into the winter. That alone is a fact that cannot be, put as, well, we don't know. No, it's how it went back then, and how they kept sheep, and how the shepherds worked, and what they did for certain times of the year. If you look at the history properly, you will see that it's absolutely impossible for Jesus to be born at the end of December. So now we're celebrating that big time. Like, I used to do designs. I'm the graphic designer. I'm a digital artist, but also a hard form artist, i.e. I paint on canvas, watercolors, acrylics, oils. I've done it all. I do all kinds of, I'm a metalsmith. I've done jewelry, so but I'm an artist, and I saw how popular Christmas is on any website, whether you sell on Etsy or whether you sell on other places, graphics, objects, like literally hard copy things, you see that 50% or more all year round of the sales are Christmas. Christmas in July, Christmas this, Christmas that. Everything is about that. And Halloween. Those are the two big ones. So if you don't design for Christmas, you don't design for Halloween, you don't design for Easter, right? You don't design for yoga or anything Zen, you don't design for... There's a lot of things you don't design for, right? But you do see what sells because I used to work in that industry. And so, but unfortunately, of course, it's popular because not everybody is a Christian, and that's fine. Except that if you are a Christian, now there's a big problem, right? Like, once you know what it really is, and it's a thing of man, it has nothing to do with the Bible, you can't go on doing that. Like, that's the disconnect that I'm not able to, I can't seem to get through to a lot of people. I get a whole bunch of, yeah. Well, sorry. Yeah, please. You have to understand, and I hope you do. But don't take my word for it. Have you looked into it? So that's my frustration, because we can try and convert all kinds of people that are not converted yet, that are not born again Christian. But we got to clean our house first, because otherwise then we're teaching them the wrong things, and many do. And I've emailed pastors, popular pastors, right? I've talked. I've been married a number of times. I've talked to pastors, my first marriage, and you have questions, and then you're answered in a non-biblical way, but because it comes from the mouth of somebody who's supposed to be speaking with biblical knowledge, you accept it, but then you realize later on that they were wrong. And someone, and I have the email, actually admitted to me as a pastor that they know that they're not telling the truth about Christmas. But because that's what everybody believes, they're talking about it, they're not correcting anything on it for fear of losing people? What? In what world does that make sense? Yeah, let's just tell them a lie so that we don't lose them. You're telling them a lie. They're not going to be... They're pissing off... Excuse me. But you know what I mean. I'm confused. Where is this coming from? Why? Why have we gone astray so far? So I have questions. And I have questions for all of those people in churches and stuff, right? So there's a few people that we follow. We don't attend church in person. Disability has put an end to that a long time ago. It's just not possible. And so that's fine. But if we can watch things online, then this is where we are now here. But the reason why I'm getting upset in this first introduction video is because I want you to see, and I'm not filtering myself, I want you to see how much it matters to me that my friends, my family, and anyone who's willing to listen goes, whoa, what is she talking about? Like I said, don't take my word for it. I'll link you a great starting point to explore, and then you can go from there and go further, right? But that one is a really, really good one. So I'm going to put that below in the description of this video for you to start looking. And the reason why I am so pushy about this, and it's not, pushy is not the right word, but you know what I mean, like I'm forceful about this, is because I'm trying to impress upon you that God has been impressing upon me for the past few years to speak out about this. And I have, and every time I get some pushback and some, okay, some people agree, that's fine. But now this year, and looking at everything that's going on in the world, he's like, We ain't got time for just like the lukewarm stuff now, okay? We gotta speak up about this. This is very important. You need to know now, and you need to apply it now. That is the truth. And all I'm asking you to do, the only thing I want you to do, is not take my word for it, for any of this. I want you to pray to Yahweh God, Jesus Christ, and ask Him about what I'm sharing with you today. And watch Jim's video. Now, the video is a little bit older. He has, rehashed the newer versions, I guess. Maybe like he talks about this on the regular, obviously. But the video that I link below is a really good one to start with, and then you can explore further. But the reason why I am being forceful about this, and it's like, hi, this is my new channel. Okay, that's not how I thought this was gonna go, but we're rolling with it. Is because of the time. This is like the end of October, right? We're rolling into Halloween. We've already rolled into Halloween, right? We're already into the Christmas, and then we're already going into the Valentine's and Easter and everything else. And this warfare of good and evil has ramped up, as you know, just looking at what's going on in the world, to a whole other level. And all Christians must be ready. And in order to be ready, you know what God told me to do? He told me to clean my house. And guess what? I found some stuff in my house that we're still carrying from old Christmas stuff and old Valentine stuff and old, he said, clean your house. And he told me to tell you the same, to do the same too. And he's probably told you already, but we kind of go, yeah. But no, we're talking about a different kind of cleaning. This is not just cleaning the house on the weekly or whatever. We're talking deep cleaning your house, your home, everything. It is important. It is the reason why we are here. And we need to tighten up our ranks. And we need to clean our abode. So, welcome to my channel. I want to get the word out there. And I hope that you will find the information useful. Hopefully it'll get you thinking about things with your family, help improve things. It has changed our lives. It has changed our lives for the better because we're closer to God. We understand so much more. And so we have many resources. Absolutely wonderful resources. Dr. Chuck Missler. He's the explainer. He can relate information in terms of the context, how people lived back in the day when these books were written in the Bible. And he's extremely knowledgeable, very close to God. He has passed away a few years ago. But his teachings are priceless and they are free and they're available on YouTube through Koinonia House. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it well, but I will link it below. And they have the K-House TV. They have the 6640 K-House Outreach free, daily like audio podcast. It's just wonderful. And the more you learn, you obviously can tell I have an accent. I'm French, Canadian, born and raised. I was born and raised and baptized in the Roman Catholic Church. So I should add that for those that don't know, obviously, if you don't know me. But I left the Catholic Church years ago, and I just became a Christian. I wasn't a born-again Christian. I just identified as a Christian. And, you know, I did all the things and the yoga and everything else. And yeah, and all that. But then I met my husband, who is a born-again Christian. And he changed my life for the better. And I'm so thankful. I love him, and we're going to be married 10 years this January. And I'm super excited. He's the love of my life. And God bless me with the most wonderful man. I love him. I love him to pieces. So, but I digress. I just want to say that meeting my husband was life-changing because he was a man of God. And that man of God saved me. Sorry. Tears of joy. Not tears of pain or sadness, but my husband saved me because he shared the word and the knowledge that he had. And I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't from him, who actually took the time to tell me. And that's why, that's why I'm here. Because what he told me was life-changing. What he's taught me through Chuck, through introducing me to even Chuck and Kent Hovind. Kent Hovind is a wonderful guy. If you haven't heard of Kent Hovind, boy, you really need to, and the kids would love him, and it's just awesome. Because he talks about creationism and debunking evolution theory in a way that is spectacular. And my husband knew of him and found him a long time ago and introduced me to him, and I was like, wow, it's just so, it's refreshing to see it explained properly, and you know, so the more you know, the more you have knowledge, it opens up that growth potential, like that. It just opens up the doors to God in a way that is just unbelievable, and I want you to feel the same. So, you know, so here I am. Hi. So you might not like what I have to say sometimes, but it is freeing. It is wonderful. And I couldn't be happier. And I'm thankful, so thankful to God. So thankful. And I want you to have that peace, to carry Jesus Christ in your heart, his peace that he left us. And having found this more profoundly, during the past 8 years, but now like it's culminating to a point where it's just transformational. I wanted to share that, and I want to invite you into that, because we were lonely, we were sad, we were depressed. Depressed. You know, and I do have a part of my story on that because of the Alinker. It's a mobility device that I'm using for MS. And but in order to apply for a fundraiser campaign, because I had no money to buy one of those, and they're amazing devices to help people with mobility challenges who still want to go out there and be active. And it's not a wheelchair, it's totally different, and it's just amazing, and I will link to that as well. But I did journal my journey, you know, through MS and the difficulties, and I was severely depressed, you know, and of course, being a born-again Christian, taking your life is not an option. It's, you know, it's not, obviously, but you can get pretty deep, you know, and God has pulled us through incredible challenges. I'll put it that way. Incredible challenges. And we're here on the other side to say amen. Amen. And you know what? I'm thankful for that, because if it wasn't from going through all that, I wouldn't be this happy today. I'll tell you that. So I want to give you hope. I want to give you joy. I want to share the peace of Jesus Christ. I want to bring you the good news of the promise of God. There's going to be some challenging times ahead in the coming year. But with God, and if we really honed in to the word properly, the truth, we can do anything to change this world for the better, with peace. It's amazing. So, God has asked me, He had asked me to start today. I'm posting this today. And He's asked me to post twice a week, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I promised Him I would do that. And so I will be here. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be posting about, but I would love to invite you to comment and let me know what you need. I'm here to help. I may not have the answers, but questions are awesome. This is how we all grow and learn. And I can point you. I'm really good at researching things, or I can point you to some resources, or say, listen, I've listened through all that. You'll find the answers that you're looking for in that section of the study. You'll find that there. But the one thing that I can impress upon you, if there's anything at all that you can remember from this encounter that we have right now on this video, is that this is serious. God needs you to clean your abode, just like He needs me to clean mine. I'm not done. Nobody's perfect, right? But together, we're stronger, and we can do it together. And so I hope that the information I'm going to be sharing here is going to be helpful in your journey to honing in deeper and more specifically on the truth. God asked me, if you could tell, my children are alive. We've been estranged for some time, and it's okay. It's in God's hands, and I know why, and it's all good. And I'm very thankful. But God asked me, He said, if you had a chance to tell your child only one thing, a single thing, that's the only thing you can tell your child as a parent, what would it be? And my immediate answer was, because if I had the chance, because I messed up the first chance I had, is to tell my children the truth. Tell my children the truth about God, about everything they want to know. I've already tried telling them the truth about many things. But that was the truth of man's world life. You understand man's world's life and the truth about that only when you understand the truth of God. So don't start by trying to tell the truth about why certain things happened. That's not the place to start. The actual place to start is to tell the truth about God. But in order to tell the truth about God, though, we gotta really think and be mindful and look to see if our beliefs and what we're portraying and passing down to the next generation of our family, if it's accurate or if it's a man-made lie, because the devil wants us to be wrong. He wants us to do the wrong things, right? You'll be saved. If you're born a Christian and you still, do things, whatever, your choice, you'll be saved. Your rewards will not be nearly as great, obviously. And so I don't do things for rewards. I'm not motivated by money. We need money, obviously, to live in this world and to eat and, put clothes on our back. I mean, trust me, you don't want to see me without clothes. But, joking aside, you don't want to be going through this life thinking that your house, your Christian house, is clean and your heart and mind and soul is in alignment with God. If you're still celebrating all those things, you're not there yet. So it's okay. But I'm just telling you, heads up, you're not there yet. So what you want to do about it, that's up to you. I can't force you. That's your choice. Free will, remember? So I will ask you to pray. I will ask you to watch the video that I'm going to be linking from Jim Staley in the description below. And I will ask you to pray about it. And do not comment until you've actually watched the entire thing. Don't do a disservice to others or to yourself by reacting off the cuff without even watching. Of course, you don't know me. Absolutely. Hey, hi. If you want to stick around, we'll get to know each other. I would love that, because I want to help and I want to share what I know, what helps me pull through the daily, the everything. I love to cook, and I have some recipes to share. I have some good homemade bread recipes, easy stuff, because guess what? Being disabled, I like to home cook, but it's got to be super simple and easy and quick, because otherwise I can't really do it. Not anymore, not like I used to. So, but that means for you, they should be pretty quick and easy for you to whip up if you're not disabled, or but if you're in a rush or you don't have a lot of time, they'll be perfect for you. So I want to share recipes on my blog, and I'm going to be linking to the site. I'm building a little something to have like where I'm going to link all these videos as well, but I'm going to share some a few favorite recipes that feed us, and I just want to hopefully share something with you that will help be like a key that will just unlock something for you. Just as my husband has handed me keys, and he's been unlocking so many things by sharing the teachers that he's been listening to and everything. And so I want to come out here and share that with you, because that's me. That's more me than him. So I like to share online. I like to talk. So that's that's my part. And so here I am. And I hope this wasn't too heavy for you, but it is what it is. It's me. I made one cut in the video just because I lost my train of thought, and that was it. So there should be a cut in between, and this is a practice run for me. If you're seeing this, I'm gonna try and edit this video now and post it online. So wish me luck. If you see this at some point, it'll be because I managed to get it done. But thank you for listening. If you have any questions, like I said, please first go and view that video It's going to be maybe an hour and a half of your time, but take the time. It's your salvation, your family's salvation. If there's anything that I talked about that is hitting you in the wrong way and you're going, oh, but how, but the kids, but please, you need to watch it. And I'll see you on Thursday. God bless you.